In today's world, pretty much everything in education has gone digital, right? Lectures, libraries, the whole nine yards. But then you see those old school paper exam books, and you gotta wonder, is this really the best we can do? Okay, let's get into it. And I mean, it's a serious question. We're living in this age of instant data, of powerful analytics, but so many of our tests are still stuck in the past, right? Just pen and paper. So what's the alternative here? Well, when you put them side by side, the difference is, wow, it's pretty stark. Think about it. Traditional exams, they're slow to grade, a real pain to secure, and you get basically zero data back from them. But online systems, we're talking instant grading, rock-solid security, and these deep analytical reports. It's not just a small step up, it's a total shift from being a logistical nightmare to a genuinely strategic tool. And that right there brings us to the absolute core of what we're talking about today, the digital revolution in assessment. This isn't just about putting tests on a computer. No, we're talking about a complete, from the ground up rethinking of how we measure learning. And it's all powered by something called an online exam management system.
Okay, so what is an online exam management system? You'll hear it called an OEMs. Well, to put it simply, it's a smart digital platform that basically automates the entire assessment process from start to finish. I like to think of it as the central nervous system for a school's exams. It manages absolutely everything in one single structured and super secure place. So how does this whole thing actually work in practice? Well, an OEMs usually breaks it down into four main stages. First up, the educators get to design and store questions in a central bank. Easy. Step 2, the exam gets delivered securely to students online. Then, and this is the magic part, the system grades it automatically. And finally, it spits out all this amazing, detailed data on performance. So you see, it's not just about taking a test on a screen, it's a complete, intelligent workflow.
All right, so let's pop the hood and see what's really going on in there. What is it that makes these systems such a game changer for educators? We're going to look at the key features. Think of it as their new digital toolkit. The best part is that these features are really designed to solve the biggest headaches for teachers. For example, that centralized test bank, it means no more rewriting the same questions over and over. You just save them, organize them, and reuse them. And automated grading, oh man, that just wipes out hours of manual work and gets rid of human error. Then there's LMS integration, which just means it plays nice with the systems you already use, like Canvas or Blackboard. At the end of the day, it's all about making things way more efficient and way more accurate. Okay, now if all those features we just talked about are the engine, then you can think of artificial intelligence as the turbocharger. Seriously, AI is what takes these platforms from being just, efficient tools and transforms them into something truly intelligent. And I really want to stress this point. AI isn't just some fancy add-on. It's not just a bell or a whistle. It is a fundamental game changer. It completely redefines what's even possible in the world of assessment. From the way tests are built to how they can actually adapt to every single student. So let's just do a quick compare and contrast, right? The old way, test creation is all manual. Grading takes forever, and every single student gets the exact same static test. Now the AI-powered way, the system can actually generate balanced questions for you based on what you're trying to teach. It grades instantly, and, this is the really cool part, it can deliver adaptive tests. Just imagine this for a second. A student gets a question right, and boom, the next one gets a little tougher. They get one wrong, and the system dials it back a bit to really pinpoint their level of understanding. That's what we're talking about. Truly personalized assessment, but for everyone. Of course, whenever this topic of online exams comes up, there's always one giant question mark hanging in the air. It's the elephant in the room for pretty much every teacher and administrator out there. Academic integrity. Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking. This all sounds fantastic, but how on earth do you stop students from cheating? And you're right to ask. It is, without a doubt, the single biggest hurdle. And that's exactly why these modern systems have been built from the ground up to tackle that very problem. And the solution isn't just one single thing. It's a whole bunch of tools all working together in concert. So think of it like layers of security. You've got AI proctoring that can flag suspicious behavior. You've got browser lockdown, which stops students from hopping over to Google or opening other apps. The questions and even the answer choices are randomized for every student, so sharing answers becomes useless. It's this multi-layered defense system, and it's all designed to protect the fairness and credibility of the exam. Okay, So let's say you're convinced. You see the potential here, you see the power of these systems. But then comes the next big question. With so many options out there, how does a school or a university actually make the right choice? Let's walk through the most important things you need to look for. All right, here's your essential checklist. Number 1, is it actually easy to use? And I mean for everyone, professors, students, and the admin staff. Number 2, is the security really top-notch and reliable? Can you count on it? 3, can it integrate with the systems you already have in place, like that LMS we talked about? 4, does it give you the kind of deep data you need to actually help students learn better? And finally, number 5, is it flexible? Can it handle everything from multiple choice questions in biology to essay questions in history? Taking all 5 of these boxes is absolutely crucial. And all of this kind of brings us to our final thought for today. The technology to create smarter, more secure, and way more insightful tests. It's not science fiction. It's here, right now, and it allows for this massive shift. A shift away from just testing what students memorized for the final to actually understanding how they're learning, moment by moment. So, the real question isn't if assessment is going to change. It is. The question is, how will your institution